back at him again, man. Y'all already know the motto, rules, and protocol, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, smash that hype button. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Let's go. What's up, Ma? We back at him again, man. Mr. Get Back. Y'all already seen the title, so let's dive into the story. So now, yo, we got the young dude, Joey, coming up around the way. So now, Joey, outstanding member, young guy, but when I say outstanding member, as far as his occasion and his circumstance was, he was just a young dude that stood out the way for real. He stayed out the way, stayed in his own lane. He used to go down to boxing gym for real, so he was real good with his hands, but he wasn't active in the streets. He ain't really cared for street dudes because in his mind, he was a real man. He looked at it like, man, for real, most of y'all out here for real because y'all followers, y'all trying to be down. Because I know most of y'all don't really struggle because he came from a struggling family. His mother was getting, going through her addiction. His father was locked up. His older brother had got, pinned down a couple years ago. So he really came from the trenches. He really understood, like, what was the real qualifications for a dude jumping out here into the streets. And he really could have became a street figure, but he didn't want to. He wanted to go to the gym. He wanted to do the right thing. He wanted to do it the right way, trying to get his people up out of their circumstance. So now he doing his thing. He known for, putting it down if he need to, but he got a sister. So now his older sister, she more so the fast lane. She running around doing her 1-2. She's dealing with hustlers, but she got some homegirls who boosters. They running around stealing clothes, whatever the case may be, but they also deal with hustlers. This is how wild the game is, right? You're a female dealing with a dude that's making thousands of dollars, but you out here stealing clothes just to make it seem like you a self-made, solidified boss or something like that because you adapting and you taking the hustle game from them, but you not applying it in the right way because females be wanting to get caught up in the streets too. So now they running around doing that, but the homegirls that she got, they also setting dudes up, meaning they might jump in a nigga DM for real, tell them, oh my God, I like you, this, that, and the third. Boom. They start dealing with them whole time knowing that they either bricklayers, brick catchers, pound dumpers, or whatever the case may be. So they either got a lot of work, a lot of money, or a big name, and they got value to take the value once they take to the niggas they dealing with, or they just gonna sell them, whatever the case may be. Or they might be just getting a line on a nigga for their boyfriend to be able to pin him and get him out the way because they looked at his competition. So now, boom, they doing that. She like, I really don't know if I got it in me to, set somebody up to lose their life because at the end of the day, it ain't just like niggas is robbing them, niggas is pinning them to the ground because a real soldier, he look at it like this. Why would I just shoot at you and make you an enemy when I can just spank you and crack you and get you out the way and then whoever step up, they either really love you and we'll go to war with them or motherfuckers gonna get their mind right and no niggas ain't playing. We ain't doing no shooting. We really pinning shit because it's a different. Niggas will say, man, I stay busting that iron, but yeah, you just be shooting. You don't be really trying to nail something. You got niggas that be trying to pin shit. Then you got niggas that just want to come back around the way talking about, man, I swear to God, I was really spanking that shit. So, it's different. It's night and day. So now these dudes is killers. They really want to pin you. So boom, she gets involved with them, but it end up going left. She set a nigga up for a half a brick. The nigga end up getting down. So when they pin the nigga, his homeboys, they already knew or they had found out that the inside man was the broad. They already found out the person on the inside that set the shit up was her. So of course, they young niggas step up. They don't give a fuck about none of that. You're a female shit because you playing in the main game and you playing dangerous games. They ends up catching her one day, leaving the hair salon. They spank her shit, boom, leaving her right there in front of the hair salon. Now, this is Joey older sister. He a street dude at heart, but he's not active in the field. So he looking at it like, I understand in my heart why my sister got clipped because she shouldn't have been doing that shit. But now you got niggas out here as a highlight reel saying, yeah, we the ones that did that to the broad that set bro up. So he feeling disrespected on the tip. Like, man, what the fuck? One, y'all did that to a female, even though it was justifiably done, but now they looking at it like, or Joey looking at it like, man, y'all not really be running around though, just bragging on that shit like that. No, fuck no. And this is where the street rules coincide at because she was dead wrong. What she did and costed that man his life. The only valuable trade-off was her life, but still, you being her little brother and you being a man with ego, you looking at it like, no, them niggas are still wrong. So he goes, he get his get back. This is first hit as far as, him becoming Mr. Get Back. So he go around there, he sit on a couple of hours, come late night, he jump out, he get wild, he nailed 2 on, bang, 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 bang. He ends up putting 2 of the niggas down. Now, mind you, Shorty ain't never done nothing like this in his life, but he was a kind of aggressive person because I told you he was a boxer. He was letting his aggression out in the ring instead of the regular person going to the streets and letting it off through the trigger. His trigger was the boxing gloves, but now he looking at it like, man, fuck that boxing shit. These niggas put real bullets in my sister, so now the only option or the only trade-off is I gotta send some bullets back. Boom. He go ahead and get wild. He pin toward the niggas. He gets up out of there. Now, mind you, he don't really got nobody to confide into because that's where most people F up that they go around and they start telling people they business. So now he don't really got nobody to do that to. But now something in him that got sparked. So he looking at it like, shit, man, I done pimped these chump ass niggas for doing that to my sister. What about her ex-boyfriend? Because she had an ex-boyfriend who was a street dude, but he was more so a shitball, and he was always getting into domestics with her. So he like, man, you know what? This bitch ass nigga ain't even come to her funeral neither. I'm ready to go crack. Yo, about a week later, he spin around this nigga neighborhood. You know, he was an addict, perk pop, for real pale head. He ends up catching him down the whole cop, and he goes into the back road. Little bro follow him into the back road. He gets to the side of him. He acting like he hitting the horn, trying to flag him down. Whole time the ex-boyfriend slow his car down to let Joey get on the side of him. He don't know that is Joey doing this time. He thinking it's a nigga that's trying to holler at him. Whole time he rolled the window down. Whoa, man, Joey already got his passenger window down. He comes straight off the hip, get the spanking his ass. Bung, 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 bung. Pull straight off, leaving him in the back road. Now, mind you, a back road, it depends on what type of time it is and what day it is, depending on how much traffic gonna be back there. Because you can be in the back road and it's just you the only car back there. So during this time, it was only Joey and the ex-boyfriend back there. He spanked his shit. Whole time the nigga ends up like he's not even able to put the car in park. The car ends up drifting off down into like a bank and like to a creek, whatever the case may be. So probably like 2 hours later, somebody finally called the police because it's a car crashed out in the back of the back road. But to the average person, they probably thought it was a stolen car that the nigga just got rid of. But they can see that it's a body inside the car. They call the police. Police arrive. You know, they go in and do what they do. He off the count. But now Joey done lost his motherfucking mind. He gone. He don't care about nothing. He done turned from the little kid that boxed to he getting get back on anything and everybody that he felt as though ever did something to him or his family. Now he ends up going at it on tip the way as though, man, fuck that. I just want to lay back. You know, I feel as though I done did enough, whatever the case may be. He goes back to going to the gym now. Mind you, all the little shit that he done did, that shit is still lingering out here in the streets now. Ain't nothing come back to him because, like I told you, he had nobody to confide to and wouldn't nobody really think to come back after him. Whole time he go down to the gym for real. He doing his 1-2. He gets into it with a nigga. That's a sparring partner of his. They both going there to giving each other a little bump. He telling nigga, yo, lighten up, stop hitting me that hard for real. We just spawned. And nigga, he's so trying to get his rocks off. He throw 2 body shots. Bum, bum. Bro go to protect his body. He hit him with an uppercut. Now when he catch him with the uppercut, he knocked Lord Joey tooth out. So now Joey like, man, you done lost your fucking mind. He goes off. He start taking off the glove. He trying to throw bare hands. Everybody at the gym start breaking it up. No, y'all don't do this here, so forth and so on. But now Joey mad as shit like, man, this nigga done knocked out my fucking tooth. And I done told this bitch ass nigga stop playing with me and stop hitting me fucking hard. Now you already know where he go to. He go home, he grab that iron, come back. He sits probably like a block and a half up from the gym, scoping that motherfucker though it's still in sight. He wait for the nigga to leave because he know Lil Shorty always walked home. Man, he walked through the alley whole time. Joey run down, meet him on the other side. He coming up this way, Joey coming down. He come straight off the hip, don't even say nothing to him. He say, hey, yo, whole time dummy look up because he on his phone walking with his head down and his book bag on. He look up, Joey hit him 2 times, face bound. Boom, boom. He go ahead and drop him, gets the fuck up out of there. Boom. Now look at that, man. Look at that shit. You done turned from being a regular little boxing kid to where's though now nigga can't even do nothing to you. Yeah, Shorty was dead wrong for, you know, going too hard and knocking your tooth out, but it ain't cause for you to do that. You could have just beat him with the bare hands once y'all left the gym, whatever the case may be. But he turned out, he gone up, he burnt out during this time. So now he ends up linking up with a little broad. Let's just say fast forward this shit probably about 2 years. So now he goes 2 years with having this type of, you know, double life that he living and him not being able to control his motherfucking anger and emotions. You know, he didn't kind of fell out of the boxing scene because he ends up losing a big title fight. Once he lost that fight, he ain't want to do it no more. So now he not even really in the streets. He just out the way for real. He looking for an opportunity. Whole time he started dealing with the little broad. They locks in for about 6-7 months. She ends up getting rid of him because, you know, he wasn't really doing nothing. And he was too aggressive when it came to, like, man, I don't know what you would do. Like, they might get into a little argument and he flaring up like, oh, nigga, you an ex-boxer. I ain't got time to be scared like that. She ends up calling it off. She gets up out of there. She start dealing with another nigga. Now, of course, that started, you know, eat him alive. He ends up cracking the nigga that she leaving for because he started to develop the mindset of, if I can't have you, nobody will, which is fucking crazy, man. Like, when people get aggressive and attached to shit, they be like, over my dead body, like, literally. So now, you know, he ends up going over there one day, apartments one day. He scoped the scene out. The nigga taking out the trash. Boom, he take out the trash. As he's walking back to the building, Joey jump out the car. He flatline him. Bang, bang. Now, when he flatline him, of course, you know, he gets up out of there. The dude ends up being found. The whole apartment complex is going off because, like, the fuck, y'all heard them gunshots outside. People start looking out the window, looking out the blinds. They see it's a body right there by the dumpster. They call the police. Everybody arrived. The girl, like, what the fuck? Where the fuck is my boyfriend at? She finally hear all the commotion going on. She goes downstairs and see that that's her man. She right there laid out on the scene. Somebody, though, that was looking out they blinds, cool and just chilling on the late night, they say what car they sing, leave the scene. Whole time she already know what type car it was. A silver Sonata. What was it, like small, blah, blah, blah. She started to describe the car. The person that seen him say that's exactly who it was. So now she already know that's motherfucking Joey car. When the police get right there, she ends up telling them and telling homicide. And like I always tell you, a motherfucker, nobody expects to get caught. Nobody that does a crime like that is thinking, man, these people gonna be kicking in my door the next day. These people gonna be kicking in my door tonight because he already thought he was smooth, he was slick, he was getting away with everything he was doing. Man, I ain't gonna never get caught. Whole time they ends up smacking the door. They smack the door. He tries to, you know, give up a fight because when they hit the door, he's sitting right there in the living room drinking a bottle of whiskey. So he already intoxicated. He jump up like he won box. They grab his little ass, dump him all on his head. They cuff him up, they book him, they search the house, they find a weapon like tucked off. He had like a little attic space inside of his closet. They ends up finding it for real, they charge him. He ends up confessing like, man, you know, I guess he was going through so much, but he had only confessed to that body. They ends up asking him about other situations with his sister. He ends up confessing to that body. So now he ends up, once he got the two and they already looking at it and he looking at it like, man, I'm gonna get motherfucking life. He ends up to confessing to all the bodies that he did, which ended up being like 6. Man, they wanted to get this man in chair, but I believe in Maryland, we don't got the penalty, y'all already know. But they end up giving this nigga like 4 or 5 life sentences plus 180 years. So he ain't going nowhere. But look at that, man. Look at that, man. All over some get back, all over something that started with your sister being involved in a fast life and you feeling as though you want to avenge something that she did that you knew was dead wrong. But this is why I tell y'all, man, don't get involved in the streets. Stay out the way. It is nothing but heartache and headache, man. Do the right thing. Do it the right way. With that being said, Maul, thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you feel like with your boy stories with V. At this time, one more time for me, Maul. Like, share, comment. Smash the subscribe, smash the hype, share the video, drop us a comment, throw the V-mobs in there. We 200 people away, man, from 10K. I love y'all with everything. Give me, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Let's go. We out.